Welcome to the Artist Loft, the talk show for all artists. Join us each show as we spotlight a variety of different creatives, hosted by the Florida Arts Network, with Richard Sosa and Frank A. Ruffolo.
One. Hey, we're back again.
Yes, we are back. Rich, Frank, and another episode of the Artist's Loft.
Yes, brought to you by the Florida Arts Network, 501c3.
Yeah, so if you're looking for an organization that you want to donate to, we want to do a lot of work with kids, bring the arts to kids. Because unlike the way I grew up, I grew up in New York City where art abounds. Museums, Broadway plays, oh my gosh, you name it, the orchestra, the ballet, all this stuff. And so a lot of kids don't have much of that now. And with school budgets the way they are, many times when they start making their cuts, one of the first things to go is the arts. And so there are a lot of kids that don't have a creative outlet. And so we want to help out a lot of those kids. I know, oh gosh, I know so many acting coaches and musicians and choreographers and, that I've spoken to that would be willing to work with us, in getting some of these kids the classes that they should be able to get. But it takes money.
That's right.
Yeah, so
we are looking to expand this program to possibly go weekly. So if you have a small business or a business for as little as $75, you'll be able to join us here. Just contact us through our website, floridaartsnetwork.org, and we can give you the details.
Yeah, so we've got a whole range of different things that we can do, that we can work with you depending on how much you want to advertise, all that kind of stuff. But we also need help with administrative stuff. So social media marketing. What do I know about social media marketing, right? So we could use help with that. We could use help with bookkeeping. Make sure that we have everything set up properly, and grants, and there's all kinds of stuff. And when we have events, we could use some help with that as well. Also keep in mind that since we are a 501c3, if you are, for example, in high school and you need community service hours, we can provide that for you. I know that a lot of high schools, they range in how many hours the students need. So we can do that for you. So check us out. Go to floridaartsnetwork.org and check us out. See if there's any way that you can help. We would welcome that. All right. And so today, no, this is not a rerun. We have a guest that has been with us before, but that was back in August, right?
August.
A while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't that long ago.
Last
Come on.
year.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
like a biannual interview situation. Like, I could get comfortable in this space,
Yeah, Kimberly
Biannual.
Douglas is back with us again.
Yes. Thank you. Glad to be here. Glad to be here as
Yeah.
always. You guys are great hosts and
Yeah.
great at getting the word out, and flow's coming down, right?
Yeah.
It's right around the corner. It's
Right
right
around the
about
corner.
a month and a half out. So.
I
That's it.
know.
So tell us about Flow.
Yeah, well, Flo also, Richard's... Yep, better? Okay. So Flo, like Richard's organization, we're always looking for people to help mold and groom and get involved in the arts, obviously, and production
Yeah.
specifically with Flo. So if you are interested in production in media, or if you are, somebody that has maybe an inkling but wants, some guidance, and if you're passionate about it and you're hardworking, we'd love to hear from you. You can go to our website, www.flowffm.org, and there's a little membership, and you can click on that, and we'll shoot you some information, especially since the festival launches February 29th.
Yep.
It's a leap year, you guys, so we're taking full advantage of that. We're hopping right in there.
Yeah.
And we have plans.
Yes, we do.
We have plans.
Yes, we do. Can
to
we
have an
can we-
event
Can
at.
we talk about it?
Are we going to talk about the Hard Rock? Are we going to talk about the Hard Rock
Can we
right
talk about the
now?
Hard Rock? Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
guys,
talk
we're going
about
to
the Hard
have
Rock.
an event at the Dare Day Club / nightclub at the Guitar Hotel for
Yes.
Hard Rock. Very exciting, beautiful space.
Oh, my
Absolutely, I'm so excited. Like, we've had so many events, but I'm like so geeked out about this
I
one. 'cause
know.
It's gorgeous. Like, just the views.
It really is.
Are gorgeous. We're gonna have a great DJ. We're gonna have good food, nice drinks. It's gonna be awesome networking. The screens there are numerous and ginormous.
Okay, yes, they
Like-
are totally ginormous. Okay, so I took a picture of you standing underneath
Yes.
one of the screens,
Yes.
and it's like the screen is like this big, and there you are,
A little tiny,
Like,
with my arms out. It was like
this.
you could have stuck like 12 of me next to each other and on top of
At
each other.
arm's length,
At
no
arm's
less.
length,
Yeah.
yeah. And my arms fully extended. It was amazing, you guys. I
Yeah.
really want to share it. The view's incredible. And if you come to Fort Lauderdale or you come to Miami and you don't visit the Hard Rock, like literally from this location, you can touch the guitar. You could touch it. And it's like an iconic,
Yeah.
piece of architecture down here in South Florida. You got to
Yeah.
get in on this, be part of it, come
really
and check
is.
it out. We're going to screen the movies on the big screen. Yeah.
And I can tell you, because I work there, part-time thing, working with the concerts and stuff like this, and I can tell you that everything at the Hard Rock is top notch.
So huge.
It
So huge.
it really is. It's absolutely amazing.
It's a playground for grown-ups.
Yeah.
Like, we went there to do the tutorial, and you took me out. She's like, I'm going to take you out for ice cream. I'm like, what am I, 2?
Yeah.
And he takes me to this great place.
Yeah.
It has these tiny little alcohol-infused ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah. The ice cream was great.
And I must have
You
picked
had
the
to be
naughtiest
21 and
one.
over.
Yep, 21 and over
to go
only.
there.
But it was so good,
We
and
had that,
just-
and then we went to grab a bite to eat at the
Hard Rock Cafe.
At the Hard Rock Cafe,
Classic.
yeah.
Classic.
Yeah.
So we're going to be in there, guys. We have some other surprises planned. We have a bunch of appearances planned that will be leaked later because we will be back in your ear on this channel and in your presence.
Yeah.
But I wanted to really plug something really quick because we haven't talked about it.
Okay.
Richard, you and I,
Okay.
and our third party, Alex,
Uh-huh.
with Flo.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
What you haven't revealed because it's amazing to me because you're so passionate about pushing arts and kids and all
Yeah.
of this stuff.
I love pushing kids. You just
Pushing
get out of my
kids
way. No, I'm kidding.
pushing art into kids and art. But I wanted to bring up what we've been working on with the juvenile detention system.
Oh.
And
yeah.
starting that initiative, we got our contract yesterday, so
Yeah.
everybody should be happy.
Yeah,
And it
working
starts
with
next
the NBA.
week. Yeah.
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 I wasn't
It's
sure.
called Flow JDD. So
yeah, I wasn't sure if we could talk about it yet, so
I'm going to talk about it.
didn't-
I'm going to talk
you know,
about it.
I'm so used to signing NDAs that it's like I'm at a point where it's like I don't say anything about anything unless somebody says I can.
Just crazy how you have so much to talk about when you're censored.
Yeah, I know.
You're supposed to be quiet.
Why does everybody want to censor me? It's just beep, shame.
Don't know why anybody want to keep you quiet.
Frank.
I love you, man.
I did too. I did too. I can think of a couple of reasons.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Not on this show.
Yeah, that's another show.
Yeah, that's another show, another time.
Yeah,
Oh my
so
God.
the initiative we were talking about is that now we are able to work with TGK Jail, which is the largest jail in Miami. It's their main jail. And they have the juvenile department that goes through an 18-month program to be reintegrated and to also expunge their record.
Yeah.
So they have like 4 months of like behavioral development stuff. And then they have 2 months where they're doing like work training for jobs, right? And then they come out and they have to maintain a job for a full year, and then they're off probation in essence at that point, and they'll be wiped clean. So we managed to introduce production as one of the areas they can become involved with.
Yes.
So that they learn 2 months of production, and then they have a year working in production actively as the assistant to the assistant to hone their skills. And it's just another tool in their toolbox, right? To keep their noses clean, and give them something else to do, give them something of interest, get them into the arts. And who knows, working in these environments as South Florida's film community builds up, like who they're going to be exposed to and who's going to inspire them,
Absolutely.
Great idea.
And so they would be working with the people that are doing it, right? Learning from them.
Right.
And then at some point, we would have them do it, supervised by the people the professionals.
Exactly.
So it's really exciting. So I can't.
Oh, and if you want to follow the program, its IG handle is @flow_helpin. That's HELPIN.
Yep.
So please do go and show us some support and give the kids some encouragement.
Yeah.
We're really excited about the program.
Because one of the big issues is recidivism, and it's just they get out, but they don't have a goal. They don't have a path to go on. They're back out there and they're lost, right? And so what happens? You always tend to go to the familiar, and good or bad. And so they go back to the familiar, and they get into trouble again, and now they're back in the system and everything else. So, but if we could infuse a love of the arts, I think it would be so helpful.
Yeah, break that cycle. And we also partnered with the Mr. Coleman Foundation to execute it. And he has, his program that's really concentrated on that. But then there's also an arts element. There's a fashion element. You know what I'm saying? So now we've started with the production, but there are a lot of other avenues. They're just being exposed in these circles. You know what I mean? They can cling on to.
Mr. Coleman does a lot with fashion.
Globally now.
Yeah, globally
He's
now,
launched his worldly program. So
where
it's global
was he
fashion.
just recently?
Paris, Milan, South Africa. I think those are the most 3 recent ones. But he's wanting to extend more, and he's going back out there. And he just retired this year, so no shackles on him. It's a wrap. He's going to be everywhere.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. I like him. He's a character, and you always know when he's got that big old cowboy hat.
Man knows how to make an entrance, man.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
boy. Yeah.
And he'll be a flow. I'm looking forward so much to have everybody that we've spent the last year just like developing different programs, starting new things, just come together in that energetic environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like hang out.
Yeah.
At the Hard Rock.
Yeah. Hanging out at the Hard Rock. Yeah, boy. Oh my gosh. But you have some help with Flow.
Yes, it's never one woman job. We're very, very fortunate to have an extremely talented group of committee members. I do a lot of the admin stuff, but as far as looking and selecting what we actually watch and judging the films that are selected, I have my beautiful counterpart who's actually the chair of the selection committee in the room with us today, Alicia.
Oh, I thought she was more of a couch.
I use her as a chair because nobody else can sit on her when I'm there.
Therapy. Before, I just wanted to ask you guys if you can explain to the audience what a 5013 is. Just so I don't know if everybody understands what that is. And also, and one more thing. And Kimberly, also, can you explain how people can go on and become a member, or they can get they can be a part of Flow, like you were saying. Those are just 2 things that I think that the audience would need to know.
And by the way, those of you who have been watching us will recognize this lovely lady as my co-host when she was covering for Frank when he was on. Whoop, careful.
This is a great show.
And you know what, you guys, just so you guys all know, yes, I covered for Frank, but you can't fill those shoes. And it's so nice to have Christine back. Christine, we love you so much. We're so honored. That you're here with us, right? And that we're celebrating, you know, because life happens.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, it
so
does.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so a 501c3. Okay, it's one of them organizations where, like, you give them money, right? And
but not New York style like that.
And then we spend the money, and no. Basically, it allows for a tax write-off. We're a charity, and so if you want to donate, you know, 50, 100, or 50,000,
100,000.
Well, 100,000, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a not-for-profit. So,
it's a
not-for-profit corporation, so you can tax deduct.
Yeah.
Contribution.
Actually, you know that I recently learned that there's a difference between a nonprofit and a not-for-profit. We're actually a nonprofit. A not-for-profit would be like a soccer team kind of thing, where like the money goes back into themselves.
Well, I'm
Whereas
both.
a nonprofit, the money comes to us, but then it goes back out.
You
So
know, that's how I feel like in my marriage.
Yeah. Stop it. Your
I'm
hubby's
so sorry.
a
I
saint.
had to do that. I
He
had to do
is
that.
a saint.
My husband is a saint. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Juan, if you're watching, just kidding.
You're one in a million.
You're one in a million.
No,
That's
yes, he's
great.
amazing.
But
Can we edit that out?
well, tell you what, we're gonna take a really quick commercial break.
Yes.
And we'll be back in about 2 minutes, and then we want to hear a little bit about your process, and then we want to hear from Michelle how she's causing trouble.
I'm not GMO, I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
Organic.
All right, so we're gonna cut to commercial, and we'll be right back.
Ever needed a good read? Maybe a book to keep your mind off things. Frank A. Ruffalo is an internationally known author and accomplished screenwriter. He's written many successful novels with amazing stories. Fiction adventures like The Lady of the Harbor, The Trihedral of Chaos, Gabriel's Chalice, 10048, and many more. For more information, visit www.frankaruffalo.com, or you can find Frank Ruffalo on Amazon.
Some call this the Magic City, the glittering nightlife, the fast cars, the mega yachts. But for me, the only thing magic about it is how quickly innocent women and children just disappear off the streets. I was one of them.
Come to Papa.
But guess what? I'm back with a vengeance to set things straight. It may cost me my soul, but a girl's gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
Smile. Guess he's gonna be late.
Supposed to be okay. Okay, so what you just saw was a scene or a little trailer from Sisters of Vengeance, which is a film that I'm involved with that deals with human trafficking. Right? I know, wasn't that great? So on January 28th, which is a Sunday, from 3 to 7 p.m., 5th Street and Ocean Drive. We're working with the city of Miami. We are going to...
On South Beach.
Yeah, on South Beach. We are going to stop traffic for human trafficking. Yeah. Or stop traffic to stop human trafficking. We don't want to promote human trafficking, right? We just want to promote awareness of human trafficking. So we're just inviting everybody to come on out. Join us. There are going to be some speakers there. There's going to be some classes on some basic self-defense. There's going to be a skit. There's going to be some performances. And we're going to be filming all of this because that's going to end up at the end of the feature version of the film.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you'll have a chance to be in the film?
Yep.
So
Very cool.
stop on down there.
Yeah, so remember, that's January 28th from 3 to 7 p.m., and we're going to end it with a candlelight vigil and thinking about all these survivors. I was told recently not to use the word victim, because the victim gives the power to the perpetrator.
That's
Whereas
why.
if you say survivor, then that gives the power to the survivor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say the victim, but we want to bring awareness, and I think this film will do it in a way that's very palatable. And then Frank and I have a script for another film on human trafficking, but as we develop that, we'll keep you guys all posted. Yeah.
I'm so glad that this topic's getting so much air now. You know what I mean? Like,
It's about time.
Yeah.
Oh, no
Yeah.
kidding.
I know there's a bunch of people that haven't seen anything or still don't know, but at least it's like more mainstream.
Yeah.
Where you're kind of dodging it if you don't,
Yeah.
as opposed to just being completely oblivious.
Yeah. What astounds me is how many people still fight to not put it out there.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's incredible to me. And my feeling is, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
Amen. Yeah.
You know?
And something that us in the film industry, we have to acknowledge is also what's going on with the Epstein Island and all the files that have been released. And that is something that people that we respect, we're seeing that they're being caught.
Yeah.
And they're part of this whole traffic. They're part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's why
Oh my gosh, no one told me I
a
look
lot
like,
of stuff is not being released
duck.
because the powerful people are involved.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is part of what our film is about. Our film, Stuck in Traffic, deals with corruption in the justice system and in government, stuff like that. So, yeah. So that kind of it's kind of more hard hitting, you know, kind of like in your face kind of thing.
Yeah, and did you see how they have like certain words like pizza or something like?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
They have their own language, just like everything else.
They
I
have
mean, they
their
have
own-
their own
their own
language.
little
It's a whole
code.
lingo. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a whole lingo. But
we regress.
yes, we do. We digress. Okay, we're just chasing them rabbits, boy. And we're chasing them good. But that's not unusual for me because I'm a total squirrel anyway.
Yes.
Anybody that has known me for more than 30 seconds knows that.
I identify with you.
I was
Don't
just
worry.
like, yeah, oh gosh, I've known this guy for years. Yeah.
Because I identify with that.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Carry on.
I know. When Alicia and I are in the same room, people take meds afterwards because it's like,
I drank a ton of coffee before I came on the show, so
So did I.
Really?
stupefied and stuck to my
Why?
seat.
Because I have that much energy? But I pass out all the time.
Yeah, that's true, but that's after hours. But at least today you refrained from picking me up.
So let's get with Michelle and Alicia and see what's going on over there.
Thank you, Frank.
Oh, we love it.
Well, Alicia,
We're just hanging out over here.
introduce us to Michelle, who's awesome.
Okay, for those that watched yesterday, I played Esther and she plays Dee Dee. And over here is Gladys.
Yes.
You did it already?
We're the triumvirate. We
Oh boy.
yeah, Gladys is a virgin, so she hasn't been on yet. But anyhow,
she always says everyone's
well,
a
I
virgin.
was a
No
virgin
comment.
at pickleball. Don't make a joke of that.
No, I would never
Don't
make a joke
believe
about that because kids watch this show.
It's a reminder.
Yes. It's we're talking about kids.
She's
and-
about to walk off now.
Disappear.
So anyway, why don't you tell us a little bit about your involvement with Flow Film Festival?
Okay, well,
You need the
Give
mic.
me your microphone.
Lisa left. I don't know where she went. Okay.
Are you her rep?
Okay.
She's a doppelganger there.
Drinking water.
Okay. So, basically, I like to see. Basically, it's like I'm the filtration system. After she chooses the content, I go in and I'm one of the people. How many of you do you have viewers?
There's 3 of you
Only
on
3?
the committee, yeah, to select. Yeah.
So yes, there's 3. Okay, I thought you meant here. Okay. So there's 3 people, and we look at all of the content, and I like to give feedback on what, because
filmmakers find it extremely valuable.
Exactly, and and I get it, because I'm a filmmaker too. Well, I'm a writer, so I love it when people give us feedback on what they like, what they didn't like, and why, and how to fix it in their opinion. So it basically, all the content that Flow film is all quality, and it's worldwide, which I love. It's so international. So we have voices from all over the world, because the world is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And today, just to see how other people, and also these people, it's also the American dream that these people are having, to be shown a film right here in the United States.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How many countries were represented last year? There were quite a few countries represented from last year.
Yeah, we've had over 70 countries come through the festival, and this is our 5th year, so this is like kind of a big deal. And we've had people fly in from Hong Kong, Cayman Islands, Ghana. Like last year, that whole contingent came, and they came twice.
Oh, that was awesome, having these people from Ghana. Because
we did the fashion was outrageous.
The fashion, right?
Goodness.
They all came in. It was like a royal tribe coming in.
Are they gonna be here again this year?
I'll ask them if they gonna. Yeah, but we anticipate, having more people come in as usual. We always have a really great time. The networking is fantastic, and all the events and stuff, or connections that are made at the festival. Just it spirals into like a whole quarter of activity, which was completely insane.
Yeah, and what incredible. I love about Kimberly's, with other films festivals that I've been a part of, with Kimberly's, I just see a different voice. And it's such a raw authenticity to the films that you put out there. And I'm really proud to be part of, the team in that sense.
Oh, we love you, Alicia.
I love you more.
Love you.
I love you almost.
Oh, I loved you first.
But it's like, her position is so key, because
Michelle keeps putting the mic up to say something. Oh, we're not giving her a chance.
I'm just
inviting her on the
phone. I'm here and I'm pretending
like cutting her off. Like right now. Like right now.
And
anyway,
let Michelle talk for one of the last 3 minutes.
I am just so proud to be here with these talented people. I mean, being around creative people is something I love, and it nourishes my soul. I'm very proud of Kimberly and all of you for, especially for bringing this to Miami, and for starting something that really is needed here. I mean, we need more film, more arts. The work that you gentlemen are doing is wonderful. And yeah, just arts, and it helps everyone. So the community, it will bring in not just artists, but all of the vendors and everything. It feeds the whole community. So we really need more film in Miami and South Florida. So I'm really proud of what you're doing. Congratulations.
Thank you. We have to wrangle you in here.
I will be there. I'll be there to support as much as I can.
I just wanted to bring up one thing. And the jail, was that you that brought it up, right?
Yeah.
And I think that what we can do really for the youth is, if we inspire them, it motivates them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in full agreement. And, that serves right back into the Richard and Friends purpose, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
To get
That's what we want to do.
And sea sirens, too. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah,
Have your people call my people, all right?
But I can't believe it.
Time's up, guys.
Yeah.
Holy
I
moly.
can't believe it's over already.
We got to do it again.
I know it. I know. No, and it's amazing. It's every time we do this show. It's just, the time just flies by. It's absolutely incredible. Well, that's what happens when you have such fun guests.
That's right.
Yeah. And when you have such fabulous hosts.
That's
right. Oh, absolutely.
That's right.
I agree with that.
You'd be lost without your guidance. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
well,
guys,
thanks,
gentlemen.
for being on the show.
Thank you.
Again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richard, for having me on the show again.
Yes, absolutely. Anytime.
right.
Anytime.
I'll talk more next
Frank
time.
was nice this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of miss last time's Frank.
You guys
I know,
miss that?
I like that
You
one.
you were nice this time. All right. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us again as we go on this fabulous ride called the Artist's Loft, where we bring interesting people on our set. And remember to check out floridaartsnetwork.org. And really, please consider giving to our organization, giving to our cause. And let's do
Bring
something
this
for
to
these
our weekly
kids.
show.
Yeah, and let's do this weekly. Yes.
Do this weekly.
All right. All right. Well, everybody, have a good night. See you in a
Ciao.
couple of weeks.
Thank you for watching The Artist Loft. Make sure to tune in next time for another great show. A show that was produced by Ant Media Productions and hosted by the Florida Arts Network with your hosts Richard Sosa and Frank A. Ruffolo.